Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Aegislash and welcome to the very first episode in a series of ongoing movesets. For this season, I'm planning to do more than one, but for this season, I will be doing all the OU Pokemon. And what I mean by that is there is a set of Pokemon right here, and all the way down to OU, or all the way through OU, and I'm going to try to do a moveset for each individual one. And these movesets aren't going to be based off of like regular like Smogon ones. This is my experience with the Pokemon because I do play a lot of OU of the OU tier, and so for each one I'm gonna try to do either one or two movesets. For Aegislash, there's two ways to run them, and I'm gonna show you some of my personal experience. Some of them may be standard for you, but it's just my way of getting my experience and what works best for this type of Pokemon. So for Aegislash, there are two vital moves that you want on every single one for a physical and special one. I'm going to be making a physical first and then a special, but you want Shadow Sneak right here, and King Shield. Because King Shield and Shadow Sneak, they're both priority in a sense. King Shield, if you get hit by a physical move like Mach Punch or something that actually has to hit you, like Earthquake, I think it's physical, but it still doesn't work because that's not actually making contact in a sense. It will lower their attack, which is very nice if you use it tactically. But Shadow Sneak is a priority ghost move, which is Stab, which is really nice, and Steel can work well against fairies. But for this set, we're not going to have any Steel moves. We are going to have Sacred Sword, which is basically another standard move for Aegislash because he's the only other Pokemon besides the legendary goats or whatever their statuses are. Keldeo, Virizion, Terrakion, and I can't remember the other one. But you want Sacred Sword. And for this one, this fourth move is really preference. You could either go for Swords Dance, which is the standard set, which will allow you to set up, or you can go for Gyro Ball, which is used on the special Aegislash too, but it is a Steel type move that can handle fairies, even if it is not the best out there. It still works very well. You could also use something like Iron Head, but for my personal preference, I find Gyro Ball being the best move for me. So you'd want to run that, and usually on this you could run a Life Orb, or I've also found that a Expert Belt can be used very well if you use it in certain situations. So if you find yourself against a Pokemon weak to Aegislash's moves, for example, like you're up against a normal, Expert will help you defeat those bulky normals with Sacred Sword. But you have to use this more tactically than Life Orb. Life Orb just boosts the attack overall. So I recommend Life Orb, but if you're getting more tactical in your gameplay, so you want to be more of a high-level player, Expert Belt is the way to go. You have to go with Stance Change, but then for the EV spread, this is where it's kind of up to you to make your decision on what you want to run. I usually run a full defense for my physical Aegislash and full attack, which is usually normal, and then I put the rest in HP. And I usually run an Adamant for this one, but you could also drop the defense and make a physical, specially defensive Aegislash, which can throw your opponent off guard. So it's all up to you. You could take this down and throw the rest in the special defense. But either way, you want to put the remaining 4 in HP because those can save you in those deciding hits where you could either live or die. I've seen it happen before on my Aegislashes where I'll live at 2 HP just because of this investment. Otherwise, I would have died. And then for your special Aegislash, we'll be moving on to that now. You want, again, to put Shadow Sneak and King Shield on it, just because these are probably the two most viable moves for Aegislash. And you can run, what you want to run is Flash Cannon, because It's steel type move special, and it has one of the it's 80 base power and 100 accuracy, and you can get a special D drop, even though that's not really necessary. This can take care of fairies much easier than Gyro Ball, but Gyro Ball is physical, so that's why I ran it on my physical Aegislash. Then for this, this is for my personal preference. I have started running weakness policy, which may seem very odd, but in those certain situations where you go up against something like, besides Earthquake, which will usually one-shot Aegislash, and it will take you down to about 20 HP. Weakness policy will get you out of those tight areas where you can just sweep teams. It can allow you to break, say where you usually are behind, say you're down 3-6, and you bring out your weakness policy Aegislash, and he hits you down to about half or 1/4 of your HP, and your weakness policy goes off. Shadow Sneak can usually one-shot almost everything, unless it's resisted. Then we have other covering moves. But next you would want Flash. No, I already have Flash Cannon. I'm sorry. Shadow Ball. Sorry, that's the standard move. Shadow Ball is just an overall great ghost type move. When you're running any type of ghost move for stat, Shadow Ball is one of the best if it's special, or Shadow Sneak if it's physical. But for this, you want to run 252 HP, because this is more of a bulky set than anything. For me, I like to run 76 special defense. This is my friend told me about this set, which I actually really like it, but I've changed a little bit of it. 76 special defense, and the rest in special attack. And so with this, you want to run a modest, or not a modest nature, my bad. You want to run a a mild nature. So you're a little bit less in defense, even though he has a pretty decent base 150 standard defense stat. Your special attack will go up because you're not investing fully in it. So thank you so much for watching. Let me put these both in shiny, because shiny Aegislash is one of my favorites. In the next episode, I will be covering, a Azumarill, and I'll just be going down through this entire list until I finish off. So thank you so much for watching. We have my physical Aegislash and my special, and these can be used in many different situations, so you can throw your opponent off guard. Most people are running the special nowadays, but I still like to run the old physical, even though I spelled physical wrong, I think, because it's gotten me out of so many tricky situations, more than I could count. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.